Hey, I am at the gym on a Thursday evening. I just finished my pad work with Kinu. It's pretty late actually. I had my 200th fight on Friday, November 3rd, so almost a week ago. And then I went straight from that into a 3-day Vipassana meditation. This is Kuden.
And
video. What is that? That's Kuden. Video. So I went straight from my fight into a 3-day Vipassana meditation retreat, which was intense. And then I came out of that and came straight back to training because I have a fight on Monday. So I'll do some vlog posts, and I did some vlogs while I was in the meditation so that I can talk more about that at length, because that's not like a quick vlog. But it's a really, really incredible, very intense experience to have right after my 200th fight. So the kind of meditation I did kind of meant that I did not sit and reflect on my 200 fights, because that's not what Vipassana meditation is. So it's kind of interesting to take a break like that, straight off of such a big celebratory moment. And unfortunately, when I came out of that, the first thing that I learned was that my dog in America, who I left with my parents when we moved out here, Zoa, she's 9 years old now. She's very sick, and she's probably only got some weeks left, maybe like a couple months left. So that is heartbreaking and sad, and it's very hard to learn. But my dad is like taking care of her, and he might actually not come out and see me at the same time that my mom is coming out. He might stay with her. But I kind of have this feeling like, thank God I went to that meditation retreat right before learning that, to give me some perspective and tools to deal with that, because it's not easy to deal with. But today was kind of my first really hard day since coming out of the meditation retreat. In terms of like mentally hard, I actually had a couple of days coming off of it where I was like really in a good vibe, and like everything was feeling really out of my control in a good way, like just acceptance kind of thing. Today was much harder, but I feel like my recovery, in terms of how my recovery has been in life prior to that, is much better. I actually had a really good training afternoon. This morning, Kevin and I were working on this thing. This sounds really crazy, but it's the last time I trained with Karahat. He was trying to get me to shift my weight, and so he had me just drop my arms down by my sides like a kid hanging out, and kick from that position, and I did really well doing it. So Kevin had me just drop my hands this morning when I was sparring with him, and just kind of like flop arms on the side, do my sparring that way, and he was like, that was fucking incredible. I was a little bit less on it because, one, I was having a mentally difficult day that I hadn't recovered from yet, and two, I can't graft that onto fighting straight away, because like you can't just flop your arms down. You can, Santai and Karahat do it all the time, but I can't. But so today I used my sparring in the afternoon and my pad work in the afternoon to do that, and it was amazing. It's really, really amazing to like feel the immediate effects of that kind of change in my energy. And I can totally do that. Like, there's no reason why I can't do that. It's totally that thing where it's like you walk on the ground only covering a 2-inch wide like space, but then when you put yourself on a 2-inch wide beam, all of a sudden you think you can't do it. Totally do it. It's the same thing. This woman, Lina, from Oakland, came and trained with me this afternoon. She's with a group over at Fairtex, but she made the trek over. It's not that far. Patio is really tiny, but going anywhere in a foreign country that you're not familiar with, to me, is like awesome that people make the effort to come and see me. So Lina came and trained with me this afternoon. We did some clinching, and she was totally a trooper for hanging in there with me and clinching. Like, it wasn't super hard or anything, but I know that the way people train clinch anywhere else in the world is not the way we train clinch here. So being able to relax is what allows you to do like 30 minutes or an hour of clinch, which is what I do. People aren't used to doing that. So her hanging in there, and it was supposed to be man in the middle to give her breaks, and then team started playing with chicken man and didn't play along anymore, so it was just her and me. So it was pretty awesome to have a woman training with me. Lina's very cool, and she was very quick in adapting the things that I was showing her to things that were comfortable for her, which was really cool to see. I like watching people learn because it helps me learn. It helps me understand like how you put things together. So good day. Tough shit going on. I have a fight on Monday here in Passia at Tepesit. I'm fighting Gauda, who I've fought like a gazillion times already, but I haven't fought her in like a year. And we're weighing in for this one. So I'm cutting weight again to 45. I hate cutting weight, but it's like the smallest cut ever, so I really can't bitch about it. 2 kilos. 5 pounds for paying attention. Yeah, so doing that and then heading straight up to Chiang Mai for another fight. So fights 201 and 202 on the way. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys more about probably similar stuff later, but that's the update for right now. And thank you everyone who was so supportive about my 200th fight and people sending me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. It made me feel like a rock star on that day. And it was a lot of fun, so I'm happy.